Hi, I'm Andy Dix, president of AD Growth Advisors, and I'm a certified Reiss Motivation Profile Master. I'll be helping you through this brief presentation to prepare for your individual application session of your Reiss Motivation Profile results. The purpose of your application meeting is to review the results of your Reiss Motivation Profile. I hope you will discover what you need to succeed in work and in life based on understanding and satisfying your basic desires. These are the things that matter most to you and that drive your personality traits. As a proposed agenda, we will focus on the goals that matter most to you. We'll explore what we call your values and how you naturally use them at work, as well as any potential blind spots they might create in your interactions with others. Frustration is a feeling we experience when we're not getting our needs satisfied to the extent we want them to be, and we can look at any situations you might find significantly frustrating and create new strategies for reducing your frustration, which can greatly increase your sense of satisfaction, well-being, and productivity. You should end this consultation with a clear understanding of your needs and values and have an action plan to put these insights to work in creating an environment where you can thrive. Does this agenda seem reasonable to you? Well, if so, let's give you some basic information before we begin your journey. First of all, I'm not a mental health professional, but I was certified as a Reiss Motivation Profile Master and trained by Professor Stephen Reiss, so I can help you interpret your scores. Anything we talk about during our session will be kept strictly confidential. The Reiss Motivation Profile is unique because it's one of the only personality profiles that was developed scientifically and that was validated academically by other researchers. It connects your motivational priorities to your personality traits, and it helps us to understand the impact of your motivational priorities on relationships. It shows us your value system. The RMP was developed by Professor Stephen Reiss, who was a world-renowned pioneer in the science of motivation. He did his undergraduate studies at Dartmouth College, did his PhD at Yale, completed his residency at Harvard, and ended his professional career as a professor emeritus of the School of Psychology at The Ohio State University. He developed the 16 Basic Desires theory of human motivation and developed the Reiss Motivation Profile. He's the author of several books and is the father of the science of motivation. Your Reiss Motivation Profile scores indicate the intensity and priority of your 16 basic desires. How you prioritize your needs makes you a unique individual. In fact, there are over 2 billion combinations of possible profiles. There are no good or bad results. Each of the 16 basic needs and their associated 32 values are normal psychologically and are shared by all humans around the world. A minus score does not indicate a negative or bad result. It simply indicates the direction of your preference on the individual need. The results on your RMP are statistically valid, which means that some are valid, while others are maybe invalid. I hope you will help me in identifying which results you do not think accurately reflect your needs and values. That's fine. We'll begin with your most significant needs, those with scores between -2 and up to minus 0.84 and between plus 0.84 and plus 2. We will not spend much time reviewing average needs, those with scores between minus 0.83 and plus 0.83, as average needs they don't tend to have much influence on people's personality and motivation. The Reiss Motivation Profile assumes a person is mentally healthy and has a normal personality. It's never used to diagnose any possible mental health issues. Should we ever want to compare your profile results to those of other people, we will ask your permission prior to sharing your information. We never release actual scores to a sponsoring organization. Instead, we use color codes of light blue, orange, and dark blue to indicate the intensity of your individual needs for comparison purposes only. For each desire, statistically we expect about 20% of respondents to score as having a strong need, that would be greater than plus 0.84, 60% to score an average need, which would be between minus 0.83 and plus 0.83, and 20% to score having a weak need, which would be all the way up to a -2. If anything we discuss seems too personal or makes you feel uncomfortable, simply request we move on to another topic. I hope you will find exploring your value system to be very rewarding. When we get what we need in the quantity we need it, we experience a tremendous sense of well-being and a great reduction in frustration. And it can show us what we find most meaningful in life. And when we do what we find most meaningful, we have a very meaningful life. If you have any other questions or concerns regarding your Reiss Motivation Profile results, I'll be happy to answer them as we begin our session. I look forward to helping you discover why you do what you do and what makes you tick by reviewing your Reiss Motivation Profile results.